Hey, welcome to TWC Projects. Today is going to be hopefully a fairly quick video, but just fixing the, I'm replacing the hydraulic lines on my Grapple. If you remember a few videos back, I busted off the coupler on the Bobcat because the lines weren't long enough. So these were 3-foot lines. I've now got 5-foot lines, and I'm hoping these are long enough. I'm now starting to think I should have gotten 6-foot, but I think 5-foot will be okay. We're going to try it out and see what happens. We're going to swap those old ones out with the new ones and load them back up with hydraulic fluid and try it out and see if it works. Hopefully it's good. And then at some point we'll take this back up to Bear Ridge, the off-grid property, and start using the Grapple with the Bobcat up there. All right, let's get going. All right, so a couple things to keep in mind. One is make sure that the pounds per square inch, let's see, where is it on here? There's a max, there it is, 47.85. Make sure it's at least as high or higher than what you're taking off so that your hose will hold up. I did Teflon tape in here. I hope that works okay. I know there's this type of cement too that was what the manufacturer had used. You also noticed that I had a heck of a time tightening those up, so I made myself a little vise right on the, I used the vise grips with my wrench right on the Grapple itself, and that worked great to help me tighten those down. I wish I had done that to loosen them as well. I ended up taking them in and doing them in the vise, but if I had used this, I could, if I was in the field, this is what I would have done. And of course, I always have this. You've seen this. Let me get that out of there. This is of course an Irwin quick grip with the X boom pieces on it to help hook up. Those, I've done little videos on this before too. Great way to get couplers to connect up that won't when they're under pressure. So this does a great job, and I always have that with me no matter what, so I'll remember that little trick with the wrench when I'm in the woods. You've seen me do this before, where I put the hoses before you put the connectors, because the connectors obviously have a valve in them. So only when they're connected does the valve open. It's closed otherwise. So obviously, well, if it isn't obvious, fill your lines with hydraulic fluid before you put the ends on. And the way I did that, of course, was I put both ends down into the hydraulic fluid, and then I compress whatever hydraulic implement, or in this case the cylinder. I compress it several times to try to make sure I get as much of the air out as possible. Might be a little bit in there still, but it'll take care of it once I get using it, so it'll work well. And that seems to be a good trick. The last thing I would say is just make sure you remember which end goes on which point, because this is directionally flowing on the tractor. Obviously one's closed, one's open, but it pushes and pulls. So I believe you want to make sure you get the male on the right end and the female on the right end as well. So hopefully I did that. We'll hook it up and we'll see if it works. If it works, we'll call this a wrap. It's getting very hot out here. I'm not in the shade anymore. Super humid. So let's wrap it up quick. All right, so that's a wrap. Thanks for joining me. That was a quick one indeed. Didn't take long at all. As you saw, we replaced the hoses and showed a couple little things or tricks that I do when I do that, things to pay attention to. We tested it out, worked perfectly, and so hope you enjoyed this. I've got other ones where I've done a similar thing, so I wasn't sure if I was going to record it or not, but that's what I had to do today. And anyway, I appreciate you being here with me, helping me create things, fix things, and enjoy God's amazing creation outside. So I hope that until next time, you have a fantastic week, and I'll see you on the next project.